Welcome. My name is Ray Schwartz. Thanks for joining me for this quick growth training. I'm going to show you a 10-part follow-up. It's more like a methodology and the different parts that we use to follow up that I'm going to tell you no businesses I have personally worked with are doing this. Some very high-end Fortune 500 companies are, but even all of them are not using these same tools to rapidly boost conversions. We have tested this in multiple industries, and by adding on all these different elements in follow-up, we have seen an average increase conversion by 498%. I'm going to be here for maybe 18 to 20 minutes, but I'm telling you, after you understand how these different parts work, you can implement this with the RevStack platform in less than an hour, sometimes a couple of hours. Just depends on what content you have on hand. It doesn't take weeks or years to create a funnel like all these marketing gurus will tell you. This is sweet, simple, and most of all, human. We have really shifted over the last couple of years from mass marketing to really more contextual and conversational mobile marketing. The goal is to hit these people omni-channel across every single medium and every single channel that we can using the software that really a lot of even Fortune 500 companies, as I keep saying, are not using. So let's look at this first before I go into the methods. Let's do a little background here. This was a test done by MIT and a company called Inside Sales. They found that if you cannot engage in the first 5 minutes of someone filling out an online form, you are going to have a 10 times decrease in conversions. So it's really simple science. You have to engage the people when they are most ready to buy or take the next step in your sales cycle. However, most companies that we have tested and researched and worked with have a 24-hour, to some don't even contact you in the first week of filling out an online form. It's crazy to me. Billions, if not trillions of dollars are wasted on marketing campaigns that do not have a good follow-up system. Say the fortune is in the follow-up. It's all about the follow-up. If you're generating leads now on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you might be generating leads from your marketing, you know how low the conversion rates can be. So if you can increase your conversions by double, triple, 500%, just think how many more customers that will equate to in 2019. So let's look at the numbers and the kind of shift that's taking place in customer acquisition. I call it, and I don't call it just me, it's all over the place. Look up conversational commerce, okay? It's a switch from mass marketing, like we've been doing with all these different funnels and follow-up campaigns where we try to guess what the customer wants. And it's very simple. We ask them what they want, they tell us, and we deliver them the answer in real time, or when a human on your team can go and answer that question. So we use AI and we use this omni-channel approach to engage them across every channel, and we push them over into a conversation, whether that's on the phone, in text messaging, or in chat. 1 billion people right now, plus it's probably closer to 2 billion, are using Facebook Messenger. The average rates of open are huge, 80%. And the click-through rate is way more than any standard email campaign. So the days of someone filling out a form and you trying to call them whenever you get time, or call them over and over and then send them the same drip email campaign, are dead. Yet 90+%, if not more, of small businesses are still using these old, worn-out methods. 70%, now this is a stat from Zillow, but this really equates to all industries. 70% of buyers interview only one agent. 72% of sellers also interview one agent. That means that if you can get to them first and deliver them a real-time experience, you're going to win. However, delivering this real-time experience has been difficult in the past because you haven't had the tools. Now think about this. If you have a salon or you have a service business or a retail location, whatever it may be. People go online, let's say they see your ad first, or they see you on Facebook, or they see you on Google in that 3-pack, and they click and they want to engage. They want their solution right away. They do not want to wait for it. People fill out a lot of forms throughout any given week. They will fill out multiple forms, I've found, for real estate, and the first person to reach them is usually the person that they go with. And it's the same across all industries. Old school methods of follow-up, not only are the consumer hate them, but most inside salespeople hate them. Calling people over and over and over, sending the same generic email over and over and over and over again. It doesn't work anymore. It sucks. People hate it. You probably hate it. And if you're making these calls or you're making these dials over and over again, you hate it also. Not to mention, it is not scalable. Right now in my businesses, especially in RevStack, what you've come to, if someone needs a meeting or goes through our process, we fully vet them and take them through a process to convert 95% of them without us ever picking up the phone to make a phone call. And you might be saying to yourself, well, why would leads not want to pick up the phone if you're not doing online advertising? This is a question I get a lot. The reason is that they fill out forms throughout the entire day and they forget. People are all over the place. Information overload. So the faster you can get them, as I said, the fortune is in the follow-up. Now, if you're watching this, you want to learn more about the transition that's taking place and how small companies, unlike ever before, have had a leg up on their competition, larger competition. Make sure to go to our site, or if you haven't, sign up and engage with our chatbot. We have a lot of material that I've done that talks about this change. But for now, I'm going to go right into it. So I'm going to talk what I call the superfecta. So in the past, I've talked about this, and phone, email, messenger, pixel. Okay, I want to get my subscribers engaged. The goal is on all 4. Okay, Messenger could be chat, it could be WhatsApp. Mainly right now we're doing all Facebook Messenger. But I want to get their phone number so I can text them. I want to get their email, and I want to get them engaged in Messenger. And then I want to pixel them. So throughout the customer journey, I'm layering in advertising as well as reviews and a bunch of different videos that get them from point A to point B in my sales process with as little friction as possible. I try to answer all their questions. We found that if I can engage on all these channels, I have an 18 times better chance of converting that person with as little possible work as possible. Think about it. If I can hit them with a voicemail drop, or I can hit them with an email, a text message, hit them on Messenger, then pixel them, they're going to see me everywhere. Not only are they going to think I'm on top of my shit because they don't really know what automation is yet, they're going to think that I'm a lot larger company than I actually am, that I have all these systems and people in place, when it's really technology, strategy, which I'm going to show you right now, and the RevStack platform. So let's dive right into it. All right, so stage 1, I'm going to show you really simply how you can get people to opt into Messenger. That's the easiest way, is to run an ad now through Facebook or to run a contest like this and drive them to Messenger. Once they hit get started or type any text or click any button, they're automatically subscribed. There's other ways to do this if you do traditional marketing and forms, where you can push them to other means to get them to engage with Facebook Messenger and achieve the superfecta. But for this, we're going to keep it simple for this example here and show you this ad that we wrote that shows what's called a comment bot. Now, there's also videos on this. There's another tutorial video that you can access that talks about this strategy. but you can run ads directly to Messenger. You can put links in your blog. You can really engage them across every web platform so that they click and engage with your Facebook Messenger chatbot that you can build in RevStack with zero code. Very simple, very easy. So this is what happens. They comment below, automate and grow in the comments of the ad, and it automatically then sends them out here, as you can see, a message. Has anyone told you how awesome you are today, Raymond? Remember, we have their first name, their last name, their location, and a lot of information on them, so we don't have to ask it up front because Facebook already has it. And they make the onboarding very transitional and very easy by giving, as you can see here, automatically populating the email address. So let me give them the email. See on the right here. Okay, it also already has my phone number. So these are one clicks here. Okay? And now what it would do is it would send me a text message with a verification code to verify, to sign up that this is a legit mobile number. We use this a lot, especially if we're delivering like something very valuable, and it allows us to know that their phone number is verified. And you can do this with a simple click. It would send me a code, and that code, I can't show you it now because I'm actually in an area with zero service in my office, but it would send me a code that I would enter in to verify my mobile phone number. That way you know that that phone number is legit, and you don't get a bunch of looky-loos putting in bad information. So after I've collected their information now, the next stage is I'm going to introduce myself in a short and personalized video. I'm going to send this video directly through Messenger. It's going to look like this on your right. Very short, very sweet. They can play it. And I go through, and I actually have a system for this where I give my 60-second sales pitch. Or I present to them why they need to take the next step in my process, go to a training, whatever your call to action may be. Personally introducing yourself by video makes you seem human. They know that they're doing business with another human, not just another text, email, and random call from someone they don't know. Try to make these funny. Try to make them very light. Don't be too serious. I found that the funnier you make your marketing, the more it converts. Make a nice backdrop. Obviously, I filmed this on the right from the beach, and you can go through this process and see this after you're done yourself to see how this works as a consumer. But when you see someone on camera and it's not highly produced or cheesy like a lot of commercial type marketing, it's going to help you convert more. I guarantee it. If you put any video of you on camera into any of your marketing cycles, it will work. Now the next part, after I send the intro, let's talk first. And I see this a lot. People right away will automatically send a text message or a call to person right the minute they fill out an online form or engage with the bot. It doesn't seem genuine, and it seems automated. And often what I find is most businesses send out these really chunky, nasty looking spam-like texts. You want the text to be conversational, very short, very sweet. Because we found 97.8% of people that put in their phone number, they put in their mobile number. Now think about it. Do you still pick up your phone? I sure as hell don't. If someone calls me, I get so many calls throughout the day, it's a random number, I'm not answering it. However, if someone texts me and prefaces a call, I'm going to answer. And we have found that most people that we have implemented this in mortgage, real estate, all these different industries, they have found their conversion rate increase just by simply introducing yourself before making a phone call. Hey, I just got your information. My name is Ray with RevStack. This is my phone number, so save it. Feel free to contact me at any time. Boom. I burn off a text after 2 minutes. Okay, I wait. I don't burn off the text right away because I want it to seem somewhat genuine that I took the time to do this. I have a 5-minute window to get them. I've already engaged them inside of Messenger. Now I'm just layering on the engagement. The next thing I use a lot is MMS. I take and design pictures, or for this example, we send an actual picture of the listing that the person was interested in. We're sending a picture as an MMS multimedia message inside of RevStack. In our sequence, we send this picture out with a short and sweet line with a click to go to the next stage. Now, this could be call me back. This could be check out this new website, my bio, whatever it is. We want them to engage, and we want them to click that. And by clicking that link, they're going to a page where we're now pixeling them and tracking all their movements across our website. All right, part 5, conversational email. Short, sweet, and push it right to chat. A lot of you might send long, wordy newsletters and emails, or these really fancy, custom designed emails with pictures and as much possible shit as you can cram into them. Hopefully that's not you, but I see them all the time. They do not convert. Unless you're an e-commerce company that's selling B2C, these emails are best left short, sweet, and to look like a transactional email. So the goal of this conversational emails in part 5 that we use is to keep them short and sweet, nothing fancy. You want it to look like an email that was sent to you by one of your friends or colleagues. So we start off very simple. This is an example here on the right. But as you can see here, we're trying to get them back to chat, which is a real-time medium for them to engage, whether it's on Messenger or through text. So we're sending these out. The open rates are going to be a lot better than if you send out these bulkier emails that are designed, number one, because they're going to hit a lot of spam filters, and number two, people don't have the time to read long newsletters anymore. So why not push them to a piece of content or push them to chat so that they can engage in real time and you can answer their questions and move them along faster in the sales conversation. This is really, you can do some research on it. There's plenty of sites that talk about this, how these short and sweet transactional style emails are converting at a lot higher rates. Inside of RevStack, we don't provide you a sending server, because what we found with MailChimp and some of these other providers out there was that the delivery rates were low, and automatically you're placed inside of the promotional folder inside of Google. Now, we have a lot of tricks and ways that you can set up a Google account to send your email directly from a Google work account, that the inbox hit rate is way higher than any other provider out there. Or you can use something like SendGrid or Amazon, where the cost per email is extremely low as compared to some of these other providers. So we put this in here, all the email tools, the delivery rates. You can learn more of that if you sign up for the free trial and become a user, on how you can really hit inbox a lot better with short, sweet, and conversational emails. Part 6, ringless voicemail drops. A ringless voicemail drop is just how it sounds. It bypasses the ring, leaves a pre-recorded message that you record in the RevStack system on the voicemail. 91% is the average listen rate for voicemails. Now, you can even, on my iPhone, for example, read your voicemail. So it's just another way to reach these people. It does a few things. It doesn't disturb or disrupt them by trying to call them over and over and over and over again and them not picking up the phone. It's not like one of those BS voice broadcasts that you might get that you pick up and it just starts presenting that annoying recording of somebody. This bypasses and it makes it seem like you took the time to reach out to that person. We use these in broadcasts to large lists to get a lot of callbacks for outbound campaigns, as well as we place these in all of our inbound to make it seem like we're really hustling and following up with every single lead that we have with a short and sweet message that gets them to either call us back or reply to us on text or chat. So these are, I'd say, a secondary measure, but they work 99.9% of people don't know what a ringless voicemail is, so they think that you actually reached out and called them. We use these for customer outreach, prospecting, for lead generation. They work everywhere. Just think if you had 2,000 customers and you sent one of these ringless voicemails out on Christmas. It would seem as though you reached out to all of them personally. Or on a checkout page, we use these. When they check out in software, it triggers a ringless voicemail follow-up that comes from me, seeming as though I, the CEO, is reaching out to thank them for their business. These work throughout every part of the sales cycle. And they take 2 clicks. You can record them right inside of our system and have them in your sequences and send them out within minutes. All right, part 7, a triggered click to call. Now, what does that mean? We place calls and call notifications directly inside the sequences if people have not converted. We also place these click to calls inside of our event tracking module so that we can call people when they're on a specific web page or when they have in conversation asked to be called. So we have a number of ways built into RevStack that's called a triggered click to call. Because at the end of the day, you have to do all this stuff, but you still should be picking up the phone and dialing the leads that don't engage, don't buy, or don't take the next step in your sales cycle. We make it really easy. We have a full click to call dashboard here, as well as a notification bot on Facebook Messenger that tells you when you need to call, and then it pushes you directly to a mobile app. It's web-based now, but we're in the process of developing it, so you can easily dial out. It tracks the dials and tracks the response time so that you know how fast the leads are being responded to and how fast your team's calling out. So we made everything very easy for dials so you can track them, as well as all the other parts here of automated follow-up. Right, part 8. I send what's called an audio message. If I have them subscribed in Messenger, I'm going to use audio. They're easy to record. They don't take as much technical ability as video, and they're easy to blast out, and people listen to them. As you can see here on the right, I just used a simple GIF, which I downloaded online, and then below it, as you can see, is an audio magnet, which just has me talking to them about what we do and why we need to sit down, and I'm prompting them to get on a call. So you can use these audio messages for a number of different things. You can use them to send short and sweet reminders, notifications. You could ask them, like I have here, why they haven't signed up for an appointment and go through my sales pitch again. Or you can deliver what's called an audio magnet, which I've been using extensively, which go in and instead of someone reading an article, they can simply hit play and listen in their car, when they're working out, if they're laying in bed, wherever they are, they can listen to that audio magnet and ingest your content in a different way. Everyone is using the same simple PDF lead magnets or videos. This is just another addition to your sequence here to really add a lot of personal flavor in the video, make it funny as I did here with the GIF, and then below it's a very simple and easy calls to action. They can go and call, or they can go to my calendar. As you can see here, it's very easy. They can go to any web page and pull it up here, everything without leaving Messenger. The engagement rates on this are huge. We've seen higher than 88% engagement rate here. So set these up, start using them. They're very easy to record, and you can get these out as a broadcast or as a sequence very quickly. This is how easy it is to set up. I literally just got this, uploaded the image, uploaded my audio file, typed in my message, put in the URLs to a calendar and my phone, and I'm all done. That's it. Then I can take this link and send it to anyone, put it in all my sequences as a trigger, use it anywhere. Part 9. Part 9 is more of the technology than an actual strategy, but it makes a lot of sense. The goal here is to reach them omni-channel, which I showed you. Stage 1, omni-channel. Then we want to push them to engage in a conversation that's either followed up with a human being, yourself or someone on your team, or picked up through AI. I'm not going to go into the AI elements here, but more or less what it does is we send people to chat, and all the frequently asked pre-sales, inbound inquiries, all the questions that we receive over and over and over again, we can train the RevStack AI to manage all of those inbound conversations so that we more or less handle only the very targeted questions. So it allows us to scale up all of our marketing very quickly with conversational marketing because we have the conversational element and AI pre-built in. What else it does is what's called a trigger. So triggers allow us to follow up with someone after they have already entered into one of your sequences. So let's say they enter into a sequence and they stall. We'll automatically can trigger something that will reach back out to them to get them re-engaged. Let's say they go to your checkout, or they call or dial in, or they visit a web page. We can automatically follow up with them based on that action, as well as any conversations that they have, or if they reply. I call it the Ron Popeil, set it and forget it. You can set this thing up, and over time, the more inbound inquiries and the more action that you get through chat, the more you can train the AI very easily without any code on how to answer the majority of these inbound inquiries. So you have to spend very little time managing the RevStack platform. Let me repeat how powerful that is and try to make this as easy to understand as possible. I can set up a trigger or an event or a tag for every single action that they take inside of chat, on my website, and through all the different channels that I have. So if someone calls in and they say that they want to schedule an appointment, or they call in from our database, it automatically suppresses them. I hated it when I had to go in and manage all of the different people inside of my marketing and sales automation software, so that if they called or they texted, or if they, let's just say they emailed, replied back, I have no idea, because all of these different systems I had to use and combine to equal one result. RevStack does all of that for you, and it's very contextual. So if I engage in chat in a conversation that has specific keywords in it, let's just say sales automation, or I'm a mortgage person and it's sales automation is what I'm interested in, it will automatically trigger a follow-up if they don't convert that's contextual to that exact topic without you having to do anything. I'm not going to go into this into much more detail. If you sign up for the free trial, if you become a user, you're going to see how this works in practice through a bunch of different training videos, and see how easy it is to set up this very intelligent and contextual follow-up using AI. All right, part 10, the final part here, integrations. Now there's millions of combinations here for workflows of how you can build in data and send data to different applications and have different applications handle a majority of these outbound functions. Now, we've built in a lot of these already. One we're building out now that we've used inside of RevStack is dynamic direct mail. We're working on a partnership. It's almost coming close to the finish line here. If you're watching this video later on, it might already be ready. But more or less what it does is it takes all the data, it lets you design your own direct mail piece, and you take that information and programmatically send out direct mail based on timing, based on events, based on anything that can trigger the sending of direct mail. An example could be that we've used is someone is in our pipeline, they've gone through a process, they haven't converted, but yet they go on and read a blog post at length about a product, and then we send off a mailer with more information on that product. So there's a lot of applications there. The next thing we use also, you can build in, is data enrichment. So integrating data to enrich the emails that you have, to upload more data into RevStack, to make the communication CV even more hyper-targeted. And then as you can see here, mobile wallet, which we have in our enterprise plan. We're trying to build this in for everyone, but right now on an enterprise plan, we connect a mobile wallet, rewards program, loyalty points, tickets. It can be for anything, and you can build and deliver these easily through chat, text, email, and so on and so forth. Social selling is a good one. There's a lot of different integrations for LinkedIn that will automatically send connection requests based on email. There's a lot of other tools out there. 750 plus app integrations where you can send data in and send data out. And that's really the end of it. That's all the parts there. So to recap, again, there's a major shift taking place from mass marketing, which the majority of businesses are doing, over to the new area of conversational concierge commerce. People expect an on-demand experience. They want answers as fast as possible, and they want you to take them from problem to solution quickly. They don't want to wait around for you to call them 100 times or to search through your help documents or try to search for the answer themselves. They want the answer at their fingertips, and they expect your business to keep up. So if you're interested, you might be watching this, you've already signed up for the free trial. Make sure to watch all the different trainings. If you have not signed up for the trial, RevStack will help you scale with predictability. It can automate almost 95% of all your follow-ups, sometimes even more. If you have a steady pipeline of leads, I found some companies don't even pick up the phone anymore. We have automated everything for them. And you can do this all without hiring. So you could come out with a marketing campaign, let's just say early this year, and that marketing campaign is amazing. It produces thousands of leads. Would you have the team and the resources to follow up with all of them? And out of that amount, how many are you converting? That's what RevStack does. So you could do everything the old way. You could risk nothing. But I'm telling you now, the writing is on the wall. If you make the transition now to the conversational marketing shift, you're going to take advantage and make more money and spend less, working less hours than all of your competitors. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this struck a chord. If you are signed up for the free trial, you're going to get a couple more videos, which I'm going to show you different tactics. And if you have not, go in, sign up for the free trial. We have it at a very low early adopter price. And after we get to 1,000 users, we're going to bump that baby up. So get locked in. Happy hunting. Have a great day.